In this video, I'm gonna give you a very valuable tip as a CAD designer, because CAD is not only about knowing the tips and tricks, it's also about knowing how to document your progress so you can go back and recreate the next iteration based off what you have done so far. And this is a pro tip, so stay tuned. If you look at the screen over here, we have a flowchart of some of the iPhone designs that are there, okay? I have categorized them not only by the number of the iPhone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but also based on their design. So if we want to just zoom in a little bit over here, we could see that iPhone 8 used to be like this. Then they went to iPhone 9, they went to iPhone X, XS, then XR. Just take a look at their camera, just one single camera. Looks like iPhone 8. So based on their design, the tree looks something like this. And I want to give you the tip on just how to do that with SolidWorks, the cloud platform, because it's gonna be a very invaluable tip for you and you can show it off at work. And this video is about that. Let's go do it. Okay, so to show you how you can keep track of your iterations, I decided to come up with an interesting project. We're gonna have some fun while doing it. I am going to insert a component here, and while it's going to import it, I'm gonna show you what it is. I went to GrabCAD and found this beautiful sport motorbike designed by Davin Teandra. He has done a great job. You could download the step file. So I did this, and I apologize to any of you bikers out there if I'm going to destroy this beautiful sport bike and add a very comfy big seat. We're gonna change the seat a couple of times, and then we're gonna go back to the tree of our iteration, you know, where we branch off and create different versions, and we can go back to each and every like good. Okay, we have imported the motorbike. It's leaning on its side, which doesn't matter to us, and we're going to destroy it by adding a very comfy seat by going to the subdivision, adding a cube like this. I wanna do it like 2 by 2 by 2. No, let's just add more here. 2, 3, 4. This is going to be our seat. I'm gonna do it really fast because I don't want to emphasize on how to do this. You could learn that from this video too, which is the fun part, as I said, but it's not the main part. The main part is the purpose we are here for, and that is the iterations. Right now, I'm just adjusting the length of the seat. So we will bring it down. This is going to be a cushion. Let's just bring it down like here. This one also down. Put this one here. Put this one here. Goes up a little bit. Goes down a little bit, goes back and down. This one goes back, goes down. This one as well. I'm gonna do it very quick and dirty, okay? We don't want to create a perfect seat, okay? And when we look at it from the top, we want to make it a little bit see-through. Allow me to just make it symmetric for 1 sec. Okay, now we drag these two X, Y, Z, drag it a little bit inward, the back two like this, these two as well, go in, further in, like that, and we move this back. Okay, let's just say this is the first seat that we just designed for this beautiful bike, and we're going to save this. So we're going to click save. That's one step we do. The next step that we want to do is to branch off this design and iterate it in a different direction. And we're not going to be worried about changing this. It's not going to be a design tree that, just like SolidWorks, we go back to and change the base sketch and so on and so forth. No, it's going to be saved the way it is right now, and we're going to change it carefully, not thinking about destroying this design anymore. The next design is going to be different, and we'll see how. Okay, now we go to the life cycle and we create a branch here. Revisions. You will see this. This is called full, which is we're gonna do this and call it batter seat. B or V, doesn't matter. We create a branch and we open the new branch because we want to change it. And as you can see, you have a diagram here. Now we have a branch off, and we could change the view of this branch as well. And it will look like this. This is our first seat and this is our second seat. The image is updating. But before it does, we're going to go ahead, double click on this and start changing it immediately, not thinking about tomorrow, if that makes sense. I am going to make this a little bit see-through first of all, so I see what I'm doing. I'm gonna bring it out like this, and then we are going to select all these dots here, then drag them down a little bit like that. look at that. It's just dropping down. We could do it further here. Let's just do it a little bit more. So this is our second version of the seat. And we could branch off from this one again. We keep branching and branching and branching, and we don't lose anything. We don't lose a design. We don't lose an iteration, and we just keep adding to it until we have the right solution. When you want to explain this to yourself, if this is for you, or to a project manager, you could show them this tree and say, hey, it started like this, then we thought to solve this next bit, we make it fatter, and we went to this branch, but in this branch we could make it fatter in this way or in that way, and we went to this branch. So you can keep a track of all the changes you apply to your model. It's perfect for usability, for example. Those of you who work with usability know what I'm talking about. I want to change this again. Look, it is too sharp in the middle, and I want to fix this in the next revision. So what I do is I select these two or three and then push them down a little bit. Actually create a dent on the seat. As you can see, we have our branch here. If I want to branch off from here again, I can. If I want to go back to this design and branch off from this one, I can. Double click on this revision, brings everything back. Look at the seat. What's going to happen? We just created a dent into the seat of the bike, right? Since I went one step back, you are not going to see the dent because it did not exist in the previous revision. Look, the dent is back because we are at this revision now. Now let's just create a branch, and then let me just tell you something. This right here is a priceless solution to a big problem that a lot of advanced CAD modelers have faced. Whenever you are going to design something from scratch, not all the time you are handed a drawing with all the dimensions, like make this for me. A lot of times you are supposed to create a solution from thin air, present what you have done. Maybe you want to show them your thought process. Hey, at first I came to this design, then we went to that, and when we went to this. This is priceless for that. And how you can access it is through the 3D Experience platform, by the way, which you already have seen and have heard of. And if you are only a SolidWorks user, even if you open your SolidWorks, you will see buttons on your SolidWorks locally installed software to bring you to this platform. Of course, it's paid, it's not free. They are actually the sponsor of this video, and they just wanted me to increase awareness of the things you can do on the 3D Experience platform and not on SolidWorks. Look, the logo of 3D Experience is here on default. When I open SolidWorks, let's get started. You click that, you go to your platform, you create a profile, you log in, you have access to everything. You basically can run SolidWorks on 3D Experience and more. Like what I just did was the 3D sculptor called X shape, adding the seat, working with it just like it's some sort of clay, and I can just form it that easily. It is something that you can only find here, and if you wanted to do this in SolidWorks, you had to work with different planes, different profiles, loft, and you know how difficult that could be and complicated. Look how smoothly it is running here. So guys, I'm a SolidWorks guy, you know that. I have been working with it for years. And 3D Experience for even me is new and challenging. Doesn't mean it has to be scary or it has to be something that is not for me. Oh, what does 3D Experience do again? Should I even bother? I know SolidWorks, so let's work with SolidWorks. Hey, you can. I'm not saying you shouldn't. In fact, SolidWorks is the real deal. But 3D Experience adds a huge value on top of your already gained SolidWorks skills. If you want to create a killer combo skill, maybe if you want to put it in your CV or show your value at work, go check it out. solidworks.com/cloud. They are offering things you have not seen in SolidWorks. And since there are a lot of them, I cannot cover everything at once. Look how many apps there are here. I hope you understand what I'm trying to pass on to you here, because not every tip that I'm gonna go and give you from now on is going to be, if you click this icon, you can create this geometry. I've done this in the past. If you go check my channel, it's full of them and they are still valid. That was A to B, I've done it. Now is B to C, where to put the gained skills to work, to make more money, to show yourself, to build your career. This is one branch you could pursue. And if you are struggling with SolidWorks, you know, the basics, the essentials, and you want to learn cool tips and tricks, the point A to B perfectly, I have done that too. The link to that, to my course, you can find it in the description below this video. And as always, I will put it on the top right corner of the screen. I don't know how long it's going to last on YouTube, but go check it in the comment section and the description. link to 3D Experience platform and my channel. Check both of them. If you're serious about SolidWorks, go to my website. I'll sort you out for good, once and for all. You're gonna thank me. The reviews speak for themselves. But think you're good enough, because a lot of you are, just go to 3D Experience platform directly and go to the next level. You're gonna learn all the complex geometries eventually. These are the tips that make you stand out from the crowd. Hopefully you liked it, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, you have to, man. There are so many time wasting content out there, and I try not to be one of them. So you better go and hit the subscribe button and check my videos. I keep them short, concise, and down to the point. And I hope to see you again in my next video soon.